Hi guys, I hope all is well. I missed you guys so much. I know it's been so long since I've done a tarot reading. I really haven't been in the mood. Plus I'm back working again and it's just taking so much energy out of me because I hate working a regular job. I just hate it, but gotta do what I gotta do. So I am here today to do a Beyonce reading. Beyonce is back. Okay, so I have the gold cards for the read. Okay, taking out the gold cards for the queen today. As you know, Beyonce has released her new album, Renaissance. I will be doing like I guess an opinion video about the album as well. But I just want to, I don't want to state how I feel about the album. I just want to, get an understanding on how Beyonce feels at this time about the release of the new album. It's been how long has it been? Since 2016, I believe so. Solo album. Of course, she's been releasing like soundtracks and I think an album with Jay-Z, but solo album. So here we are. The first question is, how does Beyonce feel about this album? How does she really feel? She said something, I think in one of her written messages. I'm not sure if this was on like Instagram or I think it was on Instagram. She said something about it was free of perfection, and we all know she's a perfectionist. So I was really surprised that she said that. I don't know if she's trying to live a freer life and not put so much pressure on herself by the sounding of the album. That's what it sounds like. I'm not sure what she was thinking, but I'll leave that for another video. So how does Beyonce feel about this album? How does she feel about this album? Spirit, how does Beyonce feel about this album? I don't know if you guys can see that. Magician. Oh Lord. Amen. Guys, when I put out the Magician card, I got that Beyonce feels like this is some of her best work. That's why I said, oh my God. I got the feeling like she's like, yeah, I put work into this. I like the harmonies, like it's a creation of mine. It's like she's proud of it. Like she feel like she did the damn thing. Like she really feels that way. No matter how other people feel about it, she really feels like this is some of her best work. And I feel like, when I was speaking about her not being a perfectionist with this album, the Hangman makes me feel like she feels like she sacrificed something for this. Like something's missing, but it's not missing, but it's purposely done. Like it's strategic. Like she didn't scrutinize this album on purpose. If you get what I'm saying. Like, you know how she is, guys. She's very like an architect when it comes to her work. Like a blueprint. She follows the blueprint. This is what I'm gonna calculate it, is what I wanna say. I'm gonna do this at this time. I'm gonna release this at on the minute. 7:03, 7:04. I'm scheduled to do this at 7:05. Like, she's like, well, I didn't do that for this album. This is not what I wanted to do. And I felt free by not doing that. And I wanted to try something new. And guys, I also feel as if, because of her accomplishments, she's looking to be seen in a different way now. By the sounding of the album, it doesn't sound typically Beyonce. It doesn't sound like her at all, anything that she would do. I remember years ago when she was with Destiny's Child, like the second album, Writings on the Wall, she said that she didn't even like house music. She didn't like house music, but it's like, of course, 20 plus years later, and she does an entire house album, and it shows her growth. And to me, it feels like, I don't want to say this, I don't want to say anybody else's name, but Beyonce she's Grammy'd out, okay? She's the individual with the most Grammy nominations, the most Grammys ever won, and it seems like she's going like a Madonna route, like the legend route, like appealing to everyone type of route, attempting to do that. I know there is some rap lyrics in there that I'm not fond of, and overly sexualized lyrics that I'm not fond of, which I want her to be careful with that, because Blue Ivy is 10 now, and that's not a good representation, in my opinion, for her to be saying those type of things as a mother. But hey, she can do what she wants. Okay, so that's that. So I'm gonna bring out the black cards, and I'm gonna ask about, how does Beyonce feel about the reaction from the public about the album? Good. How does Beyonce feel about the reaction she's received from the public? The reaction she's received from the public. Guys, should we leave these out? Should we leave these out? I'm not, you know what? I'll leave them out. Because I usually will put them back in, and then if they come out again, then it was meant to be. But I'll leave them out. Cards are just falling out, guys. Oh my God. Okay. Beyonce, like I said before when I asked the previous question about how does she feel about the album, like I said, Beyonce feels like it was some of her her best work. She is not really excited about how certain individuals are taking this album. I am feeling like she's feeling, oh, they really just want me to stay in a box. They don't want me to do any other type of music. They want me to stay a prisoner to my old sound. And that is for the individuals who are saying maybe negative things about the album, or talking about the features, so forth and so on. She is also feeling like because of the success of the single, and guys, I forgot the single, please forgive me, I forgot the name of the single. Break My Soul. I think it did well in the charts, but she released that because just to see, like, just to get a glimpse of how people would take the album, because of course it Break My Soul sounds just like the rest of the album. Because of the success on the radio from Break My Soul, Beyonce assumed that the rest of the album would be more successful as well. You know, like her previous albums, like Lemonade and Beyonce, the Beyonce self-titled album. They did extremely well when she dropped them out of nowhere. Beyonce knew, guys. Beyonce knew because of the material in this album, she could not drop that album, this album, Renaissance, like she did the previous albums, because it doesn't have that type of material on it. She wasn't sure on how people would take it. Do you understand? She was unsure. And I remember her saying that she was unsure about releasing the Beyonce album because it had a lot of sexual lyrics, but it still sounded like her. Lemonade sounded like her. Renaissance does not sound like her at all. It's a totally different sound for her. And Beyonce thought that it would, it would do much better. Now, mind you, there are people who like it. There are people who are buying the album. She's going to make money regardless, guys. People are going to buy whatever Beyonce puts out regardless, no matter what it is. Beyonce could sell paper plates and everybody would buy it. Like, her fan base, they're just that loyal. Oh, guys, I wanted to ask this because I remember the album, hearing things about the album leaking. And immediately I thought Beyonce did it because you guys know how calculating she is. Y'all know how she is, guys. So I'm like, Beyonce leaked this album? I'm going to ask that. It's actually not on my list of questions. So I'm just going to ask it right now, okay? So I won't forget. So did Beyonce leak her own album? And she even wrote a letter and anything. But she's such a marketing genius. You really can't really trust anything that she says. I'm just going to tell you like that. Okay. Did Beyonce leak her own album? I don't think she did, guys. I don't think she leaked it. I don't think she leaked it. I think she felt like I worked hard on this album longer than I've done for previous albums. I lost money, and this is not what I wanted to happen. This is not what I expected. The leakage of my album was not what I wanted. I wanted to come out, as it should have. And I believe her. I believe her. Because if that was the case, and this is why I'm feeling like she released her albums previously that way, just, you know, had to sneak and do the album so people won't, you know, leak her music, because this is what she has to deal with, people leaking her music and leaking what she's doing and stuff like that, because she's such a huge artist and people really want to be in her business and want to know what she's doing. This is why she has to drop albums out of nowhere. This is why she can't have a scheduled release, because this is what happens. So no, I don't think she leaked it. Okay, so next question is, how does Beyonce feel about Khaleesi's statements? Okay, if you all didn't know, Khaleesi is accusing Beyonce of stealing from her, I guess stealing some audio from Milkshake, her song. Khaleesi believes that Beyonce stole some audio from her song Milkshake and placed it on Beyonce's song Energy. Now, I've only heard Energy one time, and that was the first day that it came out. So, I don't know. And I don't even know if I listened to the whole thing. Yeah. Do I believe Beyonce is capable of this? Yes. And this is not the first time she's been accused of stealing. But obviously, if Pharrell had, you know, the ownership of the vocals, then is it really stealing? But here we are. How does Beyonce feel about Khaleesi's statement about her stealing vocals? Guys, she did not like that. She didn't like the approach. She's defensive about it. Beyonce is defensive about it. She's like, yeah, well, you're saying that I could approach you about, you know, asking you, could I use your vocals? But you could have also approached me behind the scenes. You know, I don't do drama in the public like that. What do you mean? Beyonce, I feel like she's very offensive about how Khaleesi, let me post some more cards, about how Khaleesi handled it. How does Beyonce feel about? It's like she's pulling her, Beyonce's pulling her weight, which really she really doesn't need to do, because Khaleesi is really, she's not really anybody who she really has to do that with, y'all. And I'm really thinking this is for real. Yeah, she didn't want that publicity like that. Yeah, this is Beyonce. Like I said, she feel like she had to pull her weight. She didn't like what Khaleesi did. She didn't like that at all, guys. I don't feel like she liked it at all. I felt like she was like, you know, I don't know if Pharrell even talks to Khaleesi anymore. I think they're in conflict or whatever, but she's like, y'all better talk to her. Look, y'all better talk to her. I'm gonna just take her off the album. Just take it off the album, because I'm not going with this. I'm not going through this with her or you or whoever. You should have did what you had to do. This is Beyonce telling Pharrell, you should have did what you had to do to talk to her. I don't talk to her. I don't know her. I don't know what y'all had going on. the agreements, contractual agreements that you all had going on, but I know what I got going on. And I do not participate in this type of behavior. Just like that. Okay, last question, guys. And it's, how does Jay-Z feel about the album? I am going to do a separate reading on Beyonce and Jay-Z, just to check and see how they're doing. I know I haven't done that in a while. I'm assuming things are the same. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really think they're together, but hey, I mean, do what you gotta do. I mean, it's a lot of money on the line, y'all, and I know you gotta do, people have to do what they have to do, so I understand that. How does Jay-Z feel about Beyonce's new album, Renaissance? Wow. Guys, he feels like the album is good for her. Like he likes this. Like he feels as if it's good for her image. He feels as if it shows her spiritual growth. And he encouraged her to do this. Like, you know, like Beyonce maybe went to him and said, you know, I really want to change my sound. I've been thinking about this, or I've been reading this, and I really want to, you know, try house music. I really want something different. I feel like I'm being spiritually called to do this, to move this way, to sound this way. No matter what other people think, this is what I feel like I need to do. And he encouraged her to do that. This is what I feel like. Which is surprising, because I did not expect that, guys. So I'm just going to go ahead and end this reading now. After this, I should be doing the Beyonce and Jay-Z reading. And then I guess I'll give you guys an opinion, my opinion on the album. But thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you next time.